What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Whoop Wednesday. That was some flying from March 23rd. Yep, March 23rd. Chasing those little 10th scale RC drift cars around. Super fun. Look for a little local group of RC drift donkeys. I bet you there is one. It's a more popular hobby than FPV. Just be like, yo, look what my buddy's been doing, and then send him a link to the edit that I put up, or my Instagram, and say, I want to come out and do this for you guys for free. And they'll say, wow, yes! And then you can go have some fun. Or just show up, to be honest, because, like, it's RC. And so, like, you're going to be there with RC, and they're going to be like, sup? Sup? Sup, yo? Sup? 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 What's up? What's up? What's up? What? They're not going to do that. Shirt of the day, 4Off's Landscaping and Lawn Care Service. For anybody that's not completely into cars, going 4 off is when you're at a track day and you overcook a corner so bad that you put all 4 tires off, versus just going 2 off. And the deal is, like, if you put all 4 tires off, you get black flagged. You got to come in and talk to the safety folks in pit lane, and they yell at you, and then they let you go back out. If you just go 2 off, though, you don't get black flagged, and you're fine. So yeah, it's like an inside joke. And when you go 4 off, you're mashing through weeds and grass and shit, so you're doing some free, ugly lawn care services for them. All the best jokes are the ones that need to be explained. In the chat right now, it's first, 90FPV was next. Alec Dvornik, Hush, Line of Sight, Paul Taylor, Aerospace Inc. 53, Frank Nicholas, Eric Moe, Ram Donko, Mick Mucus, Paul Taylor, CMYK FPV, Riot 9, CH3. Look, YouTube has gone back to gray names, making it way easier for me to read through the names on here. Thanks for, again, going back to gray names, YouTube. Maybe make up your fucking mind. You go color, you go back to gray, you go back to color, now you go back to gray. Leave it gray. Stop changing things that nobody asked to be changed. Ramdonko, Riot 9, Rob Axelson, We Bleed FPV, what's up, Zotek? Juicy FPV, Big Fran, Denny Flatland BMX, Rob Axelson, P. Richard Scott's in the house, what's up, Patrick? Justin Waller, and Bobby Bags, FPV NZ, Flush FPV. What's up, people? If you want to talk directly to me, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV. If you spell it right and you don't put a space in between it, it'll light up an orange and I'll know you're talking to me. You can also talk to me by doing a super chat, and not only will you get my attention, but you'll get my undying love and appreciation. And I'll be able to continue to do this full-time. Unbelievably, this is my full-time job, has been for over 2 years now. If you like this kind of content, I rely on you. Literally. This is 100% crowdfunded, much like PBS, but much less successful and talented. Yeah, if you like this stuff, head on over to CiottiFPV.com and just click everything. Just click all the buttons, and then I'll keep going. Click this button to support me the most. This is Patreon. You get the most benefits, and I get the biggest percentage of your donation with Patreon here. At Sea, I got some fun stickers and random M2 and M3 hardware. If there's like something hardware related that you need, message me and I'll... Ah! What's that? There are like bugs in here. Get out of here, bugs! Get out of here! Over on Fiverr, you can work one-on-one with me. Take advantage of the 7 years of experience that I've got and let me help you not make all the mistakes that I made and piss away all your money and time. Teespring has some fun shirts. Not the one that I'm wearing, but some other ones. PayPal if you want to do a super chat, but you don't want the YouTube and Google overlords to eat 30% of it. And then a whole bunch of affiliate links. If you're ever doing orders on these websites and you remember to hit my affiliate link before you check out, I will get a small percentage of your total shopping cart, and I will use that to keep making these live streams for you to work. Watch is the word. Watch on YouTube for free. We Bleed FPV, Newbie Drone, FPV Cycle, Amazon.com, Get FPV, oh my god, HD0, Flywoo, Emacs, Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress. If you want to change your bookmarks to my affiliate links, then you don't have to remember to come here and hit them. Or if you're like me and you just type in AMA for Amazon, you can click the little X on the right to remove the suggestion for just like regular old Amazon.com, and then you can hit all of these affiliate links. And if you hit the affiliate links a couple times in a row, your browser will think that that's the full link that you want to go to when you type in AMA for Amazon or Get for Get FPV or UMM for, oh my god, that kind of thing. Whatever works, man. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Helping me, helping you. Right, 9 tagged me and said, CiottiFPV tagged in orange just like this by putting an @ in front of his name with no space after Ciotti and FPV. You can do this in front of each other, LOL. Thank you, Right 9. Ramdonko tagged me and said hello. Rob Axelson says poop break. Rob Axelson also says, Hola, Senior Gangle. P. Richard Scott says pooping in basement bathroom by chance. Now, you know, I still have not had the guts to poop in the bathroom basement. And I was just proven right in doing that the other day. So like I had a plumber come out 2-ish months ago and look at the evacuation pump, and he figured out that, like, whoever the hell installed it, the float was rubbing against the side of the shit pit. So he fixed that, and he's like, yeah, you're good to go now. I was like, oh, awesome. And then like a week later, it stopped working again. So I can manually unplug the trigger and just hard plug in the pump, right? So I did that, fired up the pump, and that empties out the shit pit. And then I plugged it back in just to kind of see, and I left, like, it's a storage spot in the garage, right? So I left everything off of the thing for a couple of weeks, and everything was fine. It worked totally great. So then, of course, I was like, oh, it's fine now. And I put everything back on top of that storage spot. And then a couple days ago, it stopped working again. And I'm like, God damn it. I just put all that stuff, I just like stacked neatly, like everything up on top of the thing. And so now I got to get back out there and take everything that I'd packed up above that spot off of it, pull the wood back up, go back in there, hard plug it back in to get it to empty the thing out, and then hope that, yeah, I don't know. A little bit annoying. But I'm very glad that I didn't shit in there, because right now there's just pee in the shit pit. So a little bit less horrifying. Let's talk about anything else. How about that? Ramdongo says, send that poopin' stink. What? Christian Muotka says, how's your X12 holding up? You know, I don't fly it very much, but it's been fine. Who's got X12s that type blown up? If you've had an X12 blow up on you, type fine in the chat if you've had an X12 that's still going and is not blown up. Let's see how many X12s have failed versus are still living. Jesus, Nani FPV has 3 that have failed. Hold on, let me put slippers on. I gotta put some slippers on. Ah, my toes are cold. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't have like big plans for. Oh man, this slipper's getting a little hole in the heel. Christian says, you got my name right. Weird. Yeah, Christian, my first name is Ahren. My last name is Ciotti. So yeah, I've lived the life of both my first and last names being mispronounced. So I really do try to phonetically sound out people's first and last names to get them right. Just, I mean, it's like, you know, it's whatever. It's no big deal, but it's kind of nice when somebody pronounces your name right. Unbelievably, at some point, I decided that, I mean, I don't know. I decided that my last name is easier to pronounce than my first name, which is where, you know, me going by Ciotti came from. Just people had an easier time pronouncing that. So Nani has 3 that are blown up. Jesus. McMucus has 2 failed, and 1 is still good. Christian has 1 that's good. McMucus has 1 that's good. Nani specifies one bad gyro, 1 bad ESC, and 1 had the camera plug get ripped off. That's interesting. CH3 has 1 that's fine. Bobby Bags has 1 that's fine. Ram Donko has 1 that's fine. So 50% pass-fail. Not very good. 50% is not a great failure rate on a product, but hey, it's Happymodel stuff is the least expensive, and it's the lightest weight, and you know, you combine those things and think of, this is a very weird analogy, I know, but hold on to your butts. Think of Happymodel as the Ferrari, but they're cheap Ferraris. That's not it, no. They're kind of like Lotus. They're kind of like the Lotuses of Yeah, no, it doesn't work either. Are they Honda? Is Happymodel Honda? Honda model? 50% of the time it works all the time. Stevie says the Fiero of FPV. No, because the Fiero didn't perform all that well. I guess we could say that they're but Hondas are reliable, so that doesn't really work. Unfortunately, none of the Korean car companies, Kia, Hyundai, they don't really make cars that perform all that well. Yeah, there's not really a good there's not a good analogy. It's very weird that the least expensive option actually performs the best and is the lightest weight, but yeah, here we are. Fire Mike says, what plugs do the Happymodel motors come with? The industry standard plugs. They're really Rob Oxison says Alfa Romeo, they're not cheap though, you know, they're expensive. They're not as expensive as Ferrari or Lambo. Yeah. Happymodel, the Miata of the FPV community. Kinda, because Miatas are cheap, specially used, and they perform way, way, way beyond their, what they should. So, could be that. Flush FPV agrees. He says Mazda. Yeah, hey, I don't have, like, a whole hell of a lot, for tonight's live stream. So we'll just hang out. If there's anything that you guys want to like talk about, by all means, you know, give me something, and we will dive in. But yeah, this will be like a low key kind of hangout stream. I got a bunch of Tiny Whoop batteries charged. We'll fly them around a little bit. I want to do a little bit of bench work over here first. We're going to the Ghostly rig has a motor lead that broke off the motor, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a soldering tutorial and show you how kind of painful it is to solder direct to these Tiny Whoop motors, and you'll get to see why I kind of refuse to direct solder motors. So yeah, there's that. And then on this guy here, the drift chasing, the analog cinematic rig, I want to change the camera out, and that could be a little bit more involved of a swap. Weebly.FPV says, did you receive my recent package? If it was the package with the V2 motors in it, I did. I got it right on top of the giveaway stream, so I did a little mailbag unboxing on there, and then included one set of those motors with that giveaway stream 1 or 2 Mondays ago. So yeah. If that's the package that you're referencing, thank you so much. Super generous. Those so I've got the Gore V2, the 28,500 kV V2s here, that I'm gonna put on something. I just haven't figured it out yet. I've been a little bit preoccupied with the cycling gigs, Miami Beach, and then Anniston. So yeah, Tiny Whoop stuff, I just put a little bit of a pause on for the last like 3 or so weeks for those big, crazy, important gigs. But yeah, I don't have another one of those gigs for like 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, we can dive back into Tiny Whoop land here, and which is nice because, you know, we were really on a roll getting some good testing done. I think we got some really good testing done the other day with the Bluejay stuff. It's really nice that these T-Motor AIOs are good to go now, as long as you put Bluejay 0.16 onto them. And I did shoot a message over to T-Motor explaining what's going on with a link and saying, like, hey, I know this is an awful lot of work, but you should really take all of your AIOs out of the packaging and install Bluejay 0.16 on them, because as you're shipping them right now with 0.18, they are not functioning products. Like, they fall out of the sky at random when you push them hard. So yeah, I don't know. That is a hell of an ask, and I mean, they can't do anything about all of the ones that they've already shipped out to resellers, right? So that's super kind of annoying, and like the resellers are not going to be willing to do that. So yeah, I don't know, spread the word. I have that one live stream about it. I'll try to talk about it on these live streams as much as I can. And then, yeah, if you guys see anybody using the T-Motor AIOs, definitely let them know that they need to put them onto Bluejay 1.6 or 0.16 rather, and point them at my video if they need any help. So yeah, do that. And because yeah, it's I mean, it's a. I was about to say it's a great AIO, but I'm not going to say that it's a great AIO because it doesn't really fit in any of the frames. Like, if it was a great AIO, then we would be able to put it into tiny whoop plastic frames, but unfortunately we can't because it's a little bit oversized, kind of like the X12. So you could definitely put it into the Mobula 7 V4 frame that the X12 fits in, that's for sure. But that's kind of it. Other than that, you can put it into the fractal frames, which is cool, or like a toothpick frame, and that's kind of it. There really is no other frame that's going to allow that thing to sit in there without the AIO hitting against the plastic, which is not great. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but welcome to FPV, I guess. Like, you know, we as customers, we've allowed ourselves to become R&D testers, and sometimes that's okay, but more often than not, it makes me want to kick a kitten. So it's sort of, I don't know, man, I don't know. Hey, Marcel off Axis FPV, Jim Leopardi, Monty FPV, and Binks Mage. I think Monty already got back to me, but you four beautiful people won this the giveaway, the beginning of May giveaway, and I need to know which lanyard and goggle strap you want. So I shot you a message on Patreon. When you have a second, hop onto Patreon, reply to the message, and I'll send your stuff out. Let's start fixing shit on the bench. What do you say? Looks like I'm caught up on chat. And Weebleed, is that the package that you're referring to? I think there were 4 sets of motors in it. 3 of them I put aside for giveaways. This last Monday, first Monday of May's giveaway, the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier was a Weebleed sponsored giveaway because of your incredible generosity. There was a set of motors in there. There was the koozie in there. Of course, the stickers, I always put those in there. I still have a couple of those awesome little rubber magnets left. So yeah, let me know if that's the package. I actually need to do a Weebleed order one of these days. I keep hoping that that Zotac is going to get the Happymodel F4 AIO in stock, and I'm kind of waiting to do a Weebleed FPV order for that, because I need another set or 2 of the batteries. I've been really hard on these 300 mAh BT 2.0 batteries, and I've had a bunch of them let go. What's interesting though is that and we've talked about this before, but so my very first set of 300 mAh folded cell BT 2.0 batteries were from Weebleed FPV, and let me actually hold on. I can organize these in a way to kind of show you guys what's going on here. So this is one of the originals. This is one of the originals. This is a Tiny Whoop battery. This is a fresh one. Old one. These 2 are freshies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I got 2. There's too many of these are freshies. There's one more that's an older one. That would be this guy. Okay, so my very first 6-pack of 300 mAh BT 2.0 batteries was from WeebleedFPV.com. And this is 2 of those. 2 out of 6 have survived. I bought them, good God, over a year ago, probably closer to a year and a half ago, all right? And 2 out of the 6 have still survived, which is pretty amazing because I've cycled these a ton. A bunch of months later, one of you beautiful people, I don't remember who it was because we're talking like a year ago, sent me a 6-pack of the Tattoo branded folded cell BT 2.0 batteries. They're all made in the same place. They're all black label. They look pretty much identical. So a bunch of cycles later, I got sent the Tattoos, and this is the only Tattoo remaining from that 6-pack. Another bunch of months later, I bought a 6-pack of the Tiny Whoop folded cell BT 2.0 batteries. And these, I think it's a 5-pack. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a 5-pack. And these are the 2 that remain from that 5-pack. So what's interesting about this is that the Weebly batteries, and this could be totally random, this is far too small of a sample size to make like a set in stone kind of determination, but 2 out of 6 have been cycled the most by a big margin, and they've been sticking around. Again, that's too small of a sample size. My main reason, though, and I know this sounds crazy, but stick with me. My main reason that I suggest the Weebly FPV batteries over the Tattoos or the Tiny Whoops is that the sticker on the Weebly FPV battery is one big wraparound sticker. So when you put this in and out of the frame 7,000 times, the sticker does not peel off. The Tattoo batteries, as you can see, no sticker. And then the Tiny Whoop batteries, no sticker on one side. They do not have stickers that wrap around, so as you put it into the battery bay, it just lifts up on the sticker, lifts it, and then eventually the sticker just peels off. Whatever. I guess you could argue that the Tattoo and the Tiny Whoop batteries are lightening themselves, but if you can feel the difference from a lack of a sticker, what are you watching me for? You should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the most sensitive person on Earth. So, yeah, in my opinion, and in my testing, the Weebly batteries are the ones to get. They're all coming from the same place, so maybe they're all the same, maybe not. Maybe the battery company likes Zotek from Weebly better and they give him the better QC cells. I doubt it, but you never know. What do we know? But what I do know is that the one-piece sticker does not peel off, and that's, they all cost the same. So if you want a reason to go one way or the other, there you go. They all perform the same too, as you could probably guess. Mick Mucus says, I was able to flash Bluejay 1.8 no problem on my Mobula 6 ELRS, but had to switch back to BL Heli on my Mobula 7. So Bluejay 0.7, 0.8, and 0.9, they'll flash on anything. Like, the problem is not them being able to flash. The problem is some AIOs, some ESCs will fall out of the sky, desync, with Bluejay 1.7, 1.8, and 1.9 on them. If that's one of yours, or if you just don't want to take that chance, I've got that live stream from Monday, how to put 0.16 on there, and then away you go. So yeah, the problem is not related to flashing. Flashing is totally fine. The problem is flight performance and desyncs, basically. I meant to take a shower, but I ran out of time. And now I'm dirty. It's okay. All right, caught up on chat. Let's do a little work here. Hold on, let me launch the. Well, it's already running, but it's not working. Logitech app, come on. Get your shit together. Make your webcam look half decent for a change, please. Come on. Come on, Logitech application. Come on, work. Work so that the people can see. There it is. All right, cool. Fire Mike FPV says, what is the industry standard motor plug? Don't quote me on this, but I want to say it's JST 1.0. Somebody in chat hopefully will know. Why do you ask? Out of curiosity. Okay, let's get this guy fixed first because it's the easiest repair, and yeah, easy is better. So yeah, one of these, I got a little lazy with this rig, and I didn't. So when you do direct solder these motors here, do yourself a favor and put a little tiny piece of shrink wrap over your solder joints and the first like couple of millimeters of wire. If I had done that like the factory does, this would not happen. And this is actually the second motor on this rig where I've had the wire break off like this. So I'm going to not be lazy this time, and I'm going to repair this. In order to do that, though, I have to desolder all three. I'll do it. It's fine. I'll do it. 661FPV says, "Hey, buddy, have you seen the new newbie drone 65mm frame that's not released yet? That's going to be the lightest 65mm frame." I have. Those of you that have been around, and paying super close attention over the last, like, I don't know, 3 weeks, let's say, I accidentally showed that frame. I've been trying my best. So I've had that frame on a build that I've been flying around because you can't see the frame when I'm flying it around, right? And I've done a really good job of not accidentally showing that frame on the live stream until the other day. I don't know when it was, but yeah, I accidentally showed it on the stream the other day. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely not going to be the lightest. I mean, I don't know what I can and can't say. Like, Kelvin told me not to really like talk about it or show it, so I don't know what I can and can't say. But how can I phrase this? When you buy it, if you use all of the things that it comes with, it will definitely not be the lightest frame. If you don't use everything that it comes with, I guess maybe it'll be the lightest frame, but it's in that configuration, it's going to be a little floppy, and I'm going to stop right there because that's I probably already said too much. Like you can probably already figure out what's going on with it from me saying that. So yeah, I'm going to stop right there. And yeah, I've tested it a bunch. Calvin actually sent it to me in 3 different materials. And I've tested all 3, and I gave him a bunch of feedback, which he was very appreciative of. And yeah, he sent me a V2 of it, which is what I was flying around the other day. It's the rig that I've been flying around that's on the 30,000 kV 702s. So yeah, it's super interesting. I'm not going to be switching to it, I don't think. Once it comes out, we'll talk more about that. But yeah, for now, all I'll say is that I'm not going to be switching to it. And I'll try it. You'll see. You'll see. We'll talk more about it. I promise. All right. So just desoldered this little. So these are little wires and motor plugs from tinywhoop.com. You can get them in a variety of different colors, which is kind of slick. These, as you can see, are white. I just put a little bit of flux on here just to get these kind of settled here. And let me just add a little tiny bit of solder to each one of these wee little pads. And let me also give you guys this camera here so that you can actually see what the hell I'm doing, hopefully. So I'm just going to add a little bit of extra solder to these guys. And I can't do this tiny whoop work without magnification at this point. So I'm going to be putting on the nerd goggle headset here. Stand by. 661 says, also Racer AK has teased an all-new newbie drone 65mm whoop with All new parts. Wow, that's 16 grams dry. What? All new frame, light flight controller, 0702s and camera. No shit. Okay, that I don't know about. That I'm, yeah, yeah, I have no idea. That sounds awesome though. Jesus, that's really light. All right, so there we go with one. There we go with two. And so there's on the third pad where the wire ripped off, there are like little remnants of the strands of wire that I'm just kind of trying to get off here. I'm just using the tip of the soldering iron to kind of pull and remove those little individual strands. I think I just got them. Take a look here. Yeah, it should be good. That should be good. Okay, so now I just need to get a little piece of shrink wrap. I'm going to put it over this guy, and then I'm going to... so since this wire ripped off here, I need to strip it and tin it and whatnot. FlushFPV says, just replace the ESC on my 5-inch during my pre-arm flight check. When I throttle up, it rolls to the left. Seems to fly great on a punch-out. Drop throttle, it stays flat. Any thoughts? I'm confused. When does it roll to the left? If it flies great... Wait, it seems to fly great on a punch-out, and drop throttle, it stays flat. Yeah, I don't understand when it rolls left, because it sounds like you're saying that it flies fine, and when you drop the throttle, it's fine. So when is it rolling left? That sounds super weird. Dreadpool says, just want to say you've been so helpful in me transitioning from 5-inch to Whoop Racing Freestyle. Seriously, the best resource micros around you, man. Thanks so much, dude. Very cool of you to say that. FlushFPV says, when it's on the ground. What? Do you accidentally have launch mode turned on, maybe? It's the only thing I can think of. That sounds super weird. So, like, if it rolls left when it's on the ground, how do you get it up into the air? Like, how do you take it off? I guess, is one of my main questions here. God, that sounds really weird, man. What the hell? Wow, yeah. The only thing I could possibly think of is launch mode is turned on, but I don't think that's it, because it sounds like you're saying when it's on the ground and you just throttle it up. Launch mode is not really throttle related. It's like you pitch forward and it lets you pitch forward a little bit. This is tinning the wires. Yeah, that sounds very weird, man. God, I have no idea off the top of my head. I'm thinking hard about it, though. Okay, let me see if I can find some clear shrimp wrap to use to protect these little arm jibber jabbers. Not arm jibber jabbers. To protect these tiny little wires. Okay. So I need this to be big enough to go over basically this little part of the PCB with the solder pad. So I think this would be about the right size. Or is this a little too big? Let's see. Let's see. No, I think that's about right. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, go right up over there. One size. What's one size down from this? Is this the same? Oops. Is this the same size, or is this? This is the same size. So one size down is this, and I don't think this will be big enough. Nope, it will not be. Okay, so it's got to be this one. All right. This is 3.0 by 40. 3.0 millimeters, maybe? I think that's what it is. Flash FFV says, that's what I don't know. It takes off fine. Yeah, that's super weird, man. That's super, super, super weird. I don't know, unfortunately. Yeah, I just have no idea. That sounds so weird. Is it so like it's on the ground, but it takes off fine? So like when does it happen? I guess is it happening when you slowly lift the throttle? I guess is that what's happening? But then when you blip the throttle, it just jumps up in the air. If that's the case, if when you slowly raise the throttle, it's having issues, but when you just blast the throttle, it jumps up in the air just fine. I would maybe look at like your startup power, your ramp up power, or your digital idle. Those might be too low. Flush FPV says yes. Okay. Off Axis says lanyard pics. Marcel, I left you I put a link in the God damn it, Larry, in the Patreon message that I sent you. There's a link to all of the lanyards, so you can take a look at them. All right, cool. So I've got this little piece of shrimp wrap on here, which once these are soldered on, we're gonna put it up over the jip jap flip flop and bing bong it in the schling schlong. Are you guys excited for the schling schlong? I know I am. Jesus, what a time to be alive. World of schling schlongs and bing bongs. Let me see which direction I want the plug to be in. So with the motor like that, I want the plug to be down. Okay, so that means I want to solder it on like this. Right? Yes, that's it. Solder it on like that. And, okay, cool. No big deal. It's just, if the, you'll see. I'll show you when we're done what that was all about. Actually, I'll forget to. You can solder these on 180 degrees or like whatever. And if you solder them on properly, the wires will not cross over each other. Otherwise, the wires will have to cross over. Dreadpool with a $5 super chat. He says, for the Gangly Gang Fund. Thank you so much, dude. 661 says, bing bong and the schling schlong. That's from something, isn't it? Anybody know what that's from? Nobody? All right. From me being a lunatic. Okay. So this is soldering Tiny Whoop motor leads on. It sucks. It's just as excruciating as it looks. I'm having to wear a fucking magnified headset in order to do it because it's so small. And I'm going to have to rework this one because it didn't go on there quite right. This sucks. If you don't have to do this, don't do it. I'm trying this right to left. I don't usually do that. I usually go left to right, so I'm not crossing the soldering iron over itself. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to do things differently and see if there's any advantage. And now I'm going to have to rework it again. Okay, hold on. So the wire's getting a little boogered up. Okay, so here we go. And that's better. That's better. All right, cool. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to bring the tip of the soldering iron down at more of an angle now. Not bad. With these tiny little wires, you can kind of get away with using just the tip of the soldering iron. Especially if you're too lazy to change your temperatures like me. All right, so the middle and left ones are actually really nice. That right one is still a little bit of a donkey. So I'm going to put a little bit of flux on here. And we're just going to rework that right one more time. Do not use too much flux on these tiny whoop motors. When you hit it with the tip of the soldering iron, the flux is going to liquefy, and it will kind of travel around a little bit, I guess you could say. And it's very easy for it to travel up here to the stator base and gum up your little bushings, which you do not want. So yeah, be careful with that. And there we go. All I needed to do was put a little bit of flux on there and just rework that solder joint, and now it's looking really good. Let me just take a look at what's going on up here, though, on this motor. What is this junk? I think that's just dirt. I'm going to scrub this off with a little toothbrush because this is looking a little junky up here by the bushing. But this is what I want to show you. I'm now going to take this little bit of shrimp wrap here that I put on, and I'm going to work it up and over the PCB there. I could have cut this a little bit shorter if I'm honest, but I didn't, and now it's already on there. So yeah, we're going to push it up over the solder joint there to protect where the silicone meets with the actual solder joint. So just push it up as far as you can, and now we're just going to hit it with a little lighter action as we do, and we'll be good to go. All right, nerd goggles are off. We're going to just make sure that this is worked down all the way here. And all right, that's down as far as it's going to go. And you're just going to like really quickly hit this with the lighter. And just shrink it up a little bit here. Well, I mean, shrink it up all the way, but you don't need to go hammering on this with a lighter. These tiny little bits of shrimp wrap will shrink up with not a whole lot of heat. If you use the blue gassy part of the flame that's by the base of the lighter, it will not transfer any of the blackness to the wires or to the shrimp wrap, which is kind of nice. So your clear shrink wrap will stay clear. Little tip that one of you guys actually told me a long time ago. Ramdago says, high pressure rig or 3D printer? 400 thought. What the hell's a high pressure rig? BeepTube says, the feckin' shrimp wrap. What the fuck is shrimp wrap? Shrink wrap. Shrink wrap is it's the petroleum based version of the real stuff. The real stuff being shrimp wrap. So if you can't afford real shrimps, then you can get some synthetic shrimp wrap made of dinosaurs. That's how it works. Our poor little doggy Duke had his second little seizure tonight, which was kind of scary. We're getting him into the vet on Friday to see if we can maybe get him on some seizure meds or something like that. He had one a couple of weeks ago, and we weren't totally sure that it was a seizure. He was sleeping, so we thought maybe we were kind of hoping that it was just him having like a really bad dream. But yeah, it happened. He was not sleeping tonight when it happened, and it was like the exact same thing. So yeah, we're sure that it was a seizure, which kind of sucks. I mean, he's older, but he's just such a good dog. My God, such a good dog. So, but we have Maggie and I have friends with a dog that used to have seizures. They put him on seizure meds, and he has not had one since, and it's been many months. So yeah, hopefully the meds will take care of it. So there we go. There's the fix, and it will probably not happen again because I got that shrink wrap on it. As it happens again to these other motors, I'll put the shrimp wrap on them as well. But I'm not going to like take all these other motors off and desolder the wires and do the shrimp wrap thing. That's kind of just ridiculous. So yeah, let's get this guy bolted back on. And now our 32,000 kV rig will be back on its little tiny feet. And yeah, we're actually going to fly this around a little bit. Discharge down some of these batteries that I've got going here. But first, we're going to switch the camera on the little analog cinematic rig. Two words that nobody ever thought would be together in the same sentence. Or statement, analog and cinematic. What'd you guys think of the last couple of Instagram edits? That is footage from the Insta360 Go 2. And it's just ridiculous from the cycling race. I cannot believe how good that looks. And so here is why I was hemming and hawing about the which direction to put this plug. I have it soldered up now, and I didn't do that. I got it wrong on the other ones. The way that it's soldered up now, if I put it like this, you can see it. It's a straight run from the plugs to the motor. See it? Ultimate nerd. It's a straight shot. See here. Come on, Logitech. Come on. Please. You're better than this. No, you're not. Come on, Logitech, please. 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 There it goes. See it? It's, you know what I mean? Left wire goes left. Whoop! Whereas these other ones, they cross over. So they've got a 90-degree bend in the wires. Which arguably, the 90-degree bend makes it conform and kind of come over here and be less of an obstruction. But, I mean, on this, I can kind of do the same thing on this, sort of. You know what I mean? Don't be like me, yo. Don't be crazy. This is what crazy looks like. Mother Dirtson says, you ever get a DOA whoop motor? Yep. I had a Weebly 26,500 motor just not work out of the box. I don't think I ever had a dead one. I didn't kill by violence, lol. Yeah. I've also had a motor come where the stator base was not threaded. That was the most recent like WTF mate moment with tiny whoop motors. Yeah, I mean, most of these tiny whoop motors are made by Happymodel, so it's kind of a wonder that any of them work at all. So yeah, we just keep trying to appreciate what does work in this hobby. This is the best way to sleep at night, I think, sometimes. Okay. Propeller going back on. And come on. Come on, little fella. Have they released, to those of you that have mentioned the new newbie drone frame, have they released pictures of that frame yet? Or is it just text talking about it? Anybody? All right, there we go. So the ghostly 32,000 kV rig is all back together, which is very exciting because, my God, I love flying it. I love it. I want to eat it. Ramdago says, nice build, just needs a white PCB. Wow, cool. Yo, I would lose my mind. Dreadpool says, it's all hearsay, but in 2 weeks. Awesome. Dreadpool, do me a favor. If you want me to read your comment, just dump CiottiFPV in there real quick. Just CiottiFPV, no space. That way it'll light up in orange. Otherwise, I'm just gonna like miss your comments. Thank you for calling that out, though. Yeah, so I can't show it to you. I'm not gonna show it to you guys. All right. So this is the full tilt boogie race build that I did, and it's I didn't like it, so I'm gonna rip it apart, and we're gonna take this camera. This is the PAL. This is the only PAL camera that I have. PAL cameras, instead of 60 frames a second, are 50 frames a second, but they have more vertical field of view. And so I want that on this cinematic rig so that I have a little bit more vertical field of view for Instagram stuff. Realistically, you know, this analog... 661 says, I've seen 2 people show the newbie drone frame now. Dreadpool says, I'm just talking trash, buddy. Thanks, though. 2 people have shown the frame now. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be number 3. I'm not going to show it. I don't. It's very cool of them to include me in the process. I'm not going to be, you know, in the group of people that showed it early. You'll see it soon enough. Here's what I'll say. It's not like, don't hold your breath. It's fine, but it's just like, it's just, there's nothing. I don't want to be mean. You guys might like it. I don't know. I don't. It is what it is. 661. Yeah, exactly. Unless they say to show it, don't exactly. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. So let's remove this camera, and then. This kind of works, right? Like I cut the connector off of this camera in order to direct solder it, which normally is like kind of annoying, but the T-motor board that I'm going to be soldering this back up to is does not have a camera plug, so it's kind of perfect. This one will need to be soldered up to that AIO anyway. So yeah, we good. The most difficult part about this whole thing is going to be figuring out how to get this camera mounted to the fractal frame in a way that it doesn't want to rotate, it holds its up tilt, and also I'm going to be trying to get it at as low of an up tilt as possible. So yeah, but we're about to dive into that, so just stand by while I... 661 says, is it weaker than the Happymodel frame? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And for black box junkies, you're going to love it. So, I've now given you everything that I can. You should be able to figure out exactly what the deal is with it from what I've said so far on this live stream. Sorry, newbie drone. But only people that are like really smart will be able to figure it out, to be honest. But that's kind of most people in my chat. There we go. All right, cool. So we've got a Tiny Whoop pinch cam, which is a PAL camera with its little jibby jabbies. And now I've got this. I don't know what to do with this, man. Like, this is the race setup. It just needs a camera installed. Like, is anybody looking to build, like, a competitive race Tiny Whoop? If so, this is the AIO, and this is similar to the VTX. This isn't the exact VTX. This is the Happymodel VTX, but it works really, really well. So yeah, if you were thinking about doing a full tilt race build, very similar to the race builds that all the top pilots are running nowadays. I've got you here. You're gonna have to pay me for it, but because yeah, I bought this. But yeah, let me know. Hit me up. It's even got BT 2.0 on it. I'll leave the BT 2.0 on there for you. So yeah, let me know. The VTX is already pre-set up on the bottom here. It tucks in really nicely on the Meteor frame. I'm keeping this frame because it's a hand-dyed Tiny Whoop frame, and I'm also keeping this particular antenna. But I'll throw another whip antenna in with this. But yeah, this antenna is mine. This is like, I don't know where I got this from. This came with a rig, but it's like the lightest weight little whip antenna ever. It doesn't have that big weird thing on it. So yeah, this is for sale. Right here. The Cross AIO, all wired up nicely. All you have to do is zap down a camera to the top pads, and you'll basically have the little racing setup that all the top racers are using with BT 2.0. Let me know. Message me if you want to buy it. Leonard says, did you send my OV231 camera? I can't remember. Or no, did I send you my OV231 camera? I can't remember which one I sent. I do have an OV231 camera, but I've had it for a long time. So like if you sent it to me a long time ago, maybe. I don't remember where I got it from. But I know that I've had it for quite some time. That's all I can really say. Look at that, man. That's so clean. So clean! Okay. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm using that AIO. No. I'm using that AIO. That is the AIO that's getting used in the Mobula 7 walk snail build. Sorry. Yeah, you can't buy that from me. My apologies. That was a dick move, selling something that I don't know. Words. BugsFPV says, do you know if this build list is still your recommended components? My recommended components are up on Joshua's website, Indian Giver. That's it. Thanks, Flush. They're up on Joshua's website, fpvknowitall.com. Then you go to Tiny Whoop, and they're always going to be in there. We update that weekly. Bugs says, Happymodel Mobula 6, ELRS AIO, Betaflight Meteor 65 frame, 702 30,000, jump in by blades, BT 2.0, Rankin Nano 3, Chirasi. Yep, that's it. That's it. I'm going to take this all the way apart because I'm going to do something that seems kind of insane, but hey, this is a colorful build. I'm going to chop this thing to pieces. I'm going to chop this up and use these purple prop guards on this frame. Reason being is that this frame, like when I have it on a regular rig, there's like the purple prop guard in the bottom of the view, and I don't love that. I would rather it be a clear or a black duct in the bottom of the view. So yeah, it feels terrible to do this, but I'm going to cannibalize this hand-dyed frame from Jesse from Tiny Whoop. Feels bad, man. But it will live on a rig that's like not gonna break these ducts, right? Like this is a little cinematic chase rig, so it's gonna live its life, not kind of banging around the hardwood floor upstairs from 20 feet. And so yeah, we're giving it a longer life by cannibalizing it. Feels weird, but you know, just trust me. Plus, it'll be nice to have 4 of the same ducts on this rig. This is really annoying right now. This has the cockroach ducts in the front and then the meteor ducts in the back. That's just kind of silly. So yeah, this will have, in a minute, this will have the same ducts front and rear. And it'll save a little bit of weight that way. The cockroach ducts are a little bit heavier, so all good things. Bug says, thank you. Do you have a goggle recommendation for just indoor whooping? have DJI for outdoors, just want some box goggles, unless flat sharks are really worth it for close range. The problem with box goggles is your eyes are gonna basically hurt if you're anything like me. The box goggles just kill my eyes after a couple batteries. It has to do with the focal distance. I think on box goggles, your eyes have to focus like up close the whole time, and it makes my eyes really tired. That being said, box goggles are certainly a lot less expensive than proper fat sharks, but with how many people are going digital, there are almost always fat sharks for sale on Facebook Marketplace or FPV Exchange, although I think FPV Exchange went down the other day. I know Nevin was trying to keep the website up with the help from some folks in the community, but that's kind of a rough thing to do. So yeah, I would look for like a used set of Fat Shark, like HD3s or something like that, and then take it from there. All Faxes says, I hear orcas are great. I think they fixed the issue, so they are great again. Oh god, this feels so weird to do, but man, these purple ducts are gonna look cool on this rig. Oh god, I'm so sorry, Jesse. Jesse, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. All right. Well, cut one of them. Now that's it. Got to do the rest. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry. So, in case you want to know, this is how you prep a frame to then use on a fractal build. You just cut the ducts out. I don't really. It's not rocket surgery. You ever hear somebody say that, but they're not joking? Ooh, boy. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. Be careful when you're doing this. There are supports that just pay attention. Just pay really close attention when you're doing this. There are a couple of set of supports that if you trim them too close to the prop guard, to the duct, it ruins it. And it's these ones right here that I'm actually doing right now. That's why this has two different color ducts on it, because I made that mistake last time on this clear frame. So yeah, just pay really close attention when you're doing this. Do not rush this. Hey, there we go. All right, cool. So that's the big scary one that you can potentially screw up. The rest of these, the ducts are kind of by themselves. Like they're not the supports that you're cutting are not also the supports on the little duct itself. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're lost, take a look at one of your Meteor 65 frames and pretend like you were going to cut these off, and you'll see what I mean. Oh no, it happens over here too. I'll show you. I'll show you what's going on. So like when you're doing this, you tend to want to like cut these as flat as possible here. Come on, you bastard. Come on. Come on. Maybe I won't show you. Why you gotta do this to me, Logitech? Why do you have to make such a shitty-ass product? And now their fucking software doesn't even work. Are you kidding me? What the hell, dude? There we go. Focus. There we go. Hey, okay. Got it. So, this support that you're looking at here, you want to continue this line. You don't want to cut it all the way here against the duct, because you'll cut this support too close here. When you cut this, you want to continue this line here with your flush cutters. You don't want to flush cut it all the way back here. Got it? And so on the black one that I just did, you can really kind of see that. You can really see what's going on here. Right? So this, yeah, see how I cut it out here? If I'd cut this in here, it would have cut this support off, and that's one of the supports that goes to the little motor basket. So that's what yeah, that's what's up. Back to autofocus, for better or worse. Metal Dirtskin says, if you're buying used, I'd go Sky Zone. ELRS backpack is the slickest thing ever, and some of them have it built in. I love my used 04Xs. I've heard so much good stuff about the Sky Zone goggles. I can't afford to just like buy goggles in order to do reviews. I'm perfectly happy with my old school Fat Shark HD3s from like 5-6 years ago. But yeah, I've heard really good stuff about the Sky Zones, which is pretty cool. Really nice that there's more than just the Fat Shark options available. So here we go. All right, this guy, I'll make sure I don't cut it too tight. There we go. All right, beautiful. And then same thing on this side. Get this cut. Just kind of right here. Ow! That hit me in the neck. Okay, and now this little support that we're cutting out here, we can cut it flush. Okay. Woo! My allergies have been just a mess lately. Just an absolute mess. Okay, got that one cut out. Starting to get floppy. Look at this boy getting all floppy. Floppy! Okay. Okay. Let's cut the first duct all the way off. Here it is. This will be the first one to get all the way separated. I can cut this one flush because it's not tied into one of the supports. And there we go. So that's what they look like once they're off. And then I like to come in here and just kind of clean them up a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Azalea says to me earlier, do you have to stream again tonight? I was like, I mean, yeah. That's work, yo. You gotta show up for work every day. I mean, not every day, but you know, every week. It's just fun. It was like, I don't know, it was kind of nice because it was like, oh, they want to hang out with me. That's pretty cool. All right. There we go. One duck down. One duck down. Okay, so let's get this guy off. This is another one that's tied in with the support, so we're going to be careful here. And cut it like that. Beautiful. And then we're going to chop this little support down here. This is the support that goes to the mounting hole for the canopy. And now we got two ducts off here. I left a little bit too much here, so I can just come in and kind of slim that one down. That looks nice. And let's just take a little bit of the extra material off these guys. Okay. That one looks really good. All right, cool. Two ducts, two left. Ramdago says HD0 equals official race goggles, CiottiFPV and all. Hey, I realized today, I think I'm right in saying this, but you guys can feel free to fact check me. Um, I think that the walk snail 1S light system is actually only 1 gram heavier than HD0. I thought it was a 4 gram weight difference. I don't know why I thought that. Um, but yeah, I took a look at the weights today, and it looks like it's only a 1 gram difference, which is kind of amazing, and that kind of makes me wonder if I should do the walk snail 1S build in a 65 millimeter frame to keep the weight down for chasing the little drifty boys. There are Flush FPV is sending 2 of them, so maybe I'll get another Fractal 65 frame and use them. Make 175 and 165. Feels kind of weird to do that since I've already got a Fractal 65 build. But it's analog. I don't know. Like, I'd kind of like to leave this build that we're working on alone, because it's amazing and like it's super lightweight. Yeah, I don't know. And like the response from the analog edit that I put up was amazing. Everybody, like, nobody seemed to give a shit that it was analog video. Like, so yeah, I don't know. I'm now a little bit torn as to what direction to go. I don't have another 65 millimeter fractal frame. Like I think normally what I would do is say, like, all right, well, we'll start off with the 65 build, and then if it needs more power, we'll go to the 75. But yeah, this 65 mil fractal frame is in use, as you can see by what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do there. Might be cool to do 2 of them. I mean, shit, it might just be cool to have another HD Tiny Whoop, you know what I mean? Have 165, 175. Like, that would just be kind of cool. Anderson says, Iric Gretby races with us on Walk Snail here in Oregon. Seems like he was always having problems with it, but maybe it's better now. Iric is actually on the Ultimate Shopping List team. So I get to hang out with him. He's in Hawaii right now. I get to hang out with him every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Great guy. Yeah, I mean, as long as the Walk Snail system records HD video internally, which, like, it just does, I'm happy. Like, I don't care if it drops out. I don't care if the range sucks, like, I'm going to be standing 5 feet away from it. Like, it is specifically for capturing that juicy HD footage from a little lightweight Tiny Whoop. So I have a feeling I'll be happy with it. I've heard some not great things about it. The goggles that are coming to me were sent from FPV Exchange to Bot Grinder, and he didn't like them, so much so that he gave them to Tiny Timko, Captain Cannoli, and then he didn't like them either, so he's sending them to me. But yeah, I'm not trying to use them for like 5-inch freestyle, like I have very low, like, I don't care what they look like or if they have latency or whatever. Like, they're just, I guess I'll care if they have latency, but the Walk Snail stuff actually does really good in the latency testing. Rosser just put up a really interesting video comparing the latency of OG DJI versus O3 versus Walk Snail, and Walk Snail kind of won, in my opinion, that testing, which is interesting. So there's that. Oh my god, that hurt to do, man. Jesse took the time to hand dye this in a special purple color, and then I just mangled it all to shit and chopped it into bits. What a jerk. NaniFPV says you need some fret cutters. Makes fast work of chopping up frames. These flush cutters are perfect. Are those the front? They cut like this, so you can just put the thing, and they just. Is that what that is? Yeah, I dig these. Mother Nerdson says, so you're saying he died in vain. There it is. There it is. The dad joke to end all dad jokes has been dad joked. 10 points for this guy. All right, now we're gonna rip this apart, and I'm gonna get this camera the hell out of the way. It's in my way. Can't believe I left it there that entire time, to be honest. So yeah, I'm replacing the ducts, so all 4 of these need to come off, and then maybe I don't have to slide the props off. Let's see. Yeah, maybe the motor with prop will go through the hole in the duct. Let's take a look here. CMYK says, my rapid fire is giving me latency / rolling when I fly with a Rush Tiny Tank versus perfect with a newbie drone B-Brain V3 VTX table issue. Ooh, that's interesting. So CMYK, the broadcasting standard that we talked about is camera related, not VTX related. So it sounds like you've narrowed it down to a VTX issue, which is fucking weird. Ooh, that's weird. And yeah, look at that. It does slide right in there. I don't know, man. That's interesting. I mean, that would be my guess. That's all I can think of. I can't think of anything else that it would be. Yeah, shit. That's super odd. Super, super, super odd. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the V2. So this rig right now has the old school V1 We Bleed FPV Gores, the 28,500s. I'm going to put the V2s on here. So I am actually going to pull these props off of the these motors. Very cool. Look at me go. I think of things sometimes. Do this afterwards. So it looks like the Cockroach 65 ducts are 0.6 of a gram each. I'm going to put the second one on here though, just to get a weight. I want to compare the weight of these ducts to the Meteor 65s. All right, so two of the Cockroach ducts are 1.2. No, 1.3. All right, cool. So 1.3 grams for 2 of these. Let's see what 2 of the Meteor ducts weigh. Hey, we're saving some weight. Well, not much. 1.2 grams for 2 of these. So pretty much the same. But hey, we're gonna save 0.2 of a gram total, and that's not nothing. With tiny whoops, you got to remember, you literally have to search for tenths of a gram with tiny whoops. You can't play this game of, if it's not a whole gram, it doesn't count. Like, nope, that's not true, because if you find like 3 or 4 things that are 0.2 of a gram, that's going to total up to almost a full gram, and that's going to absolutely make a difference. So get out of that mindset rather with tiny whoops that like. Yeah, you just gotta recalibrate in terms of weight your brain a little bit. Okay, let's get this both moving and grooving. What do you say? Yeah, so those were hitting on these guys. Okay, cool. So pull these motors off, and we're going to try the V2s, which is very cool. If you guys will remember, a while back, I tested some of the We Bleed FPV Gore prototype V2s. that at the time were made by a different manufacturer, and they made a little bit less power. These new current generation V2s should make the exact same amount of power as these V1s that I've got right here, and that's exciting. That is good news. What the hell happened to these props? I think I'm going to put fresh propellers on here. These front propellers got mangled by the cockroach ducts. So yeah, very cool. WeBleedFPV Gore V2 0702 28,500 kV motors are going to be going on this little fella. And yeah, this is a really good so I went from the Tiny Whoop 0702 30,000 kV motors down to these 28,500s to try to get a little bit more throttle resolution, and it absolutely worked. Like these definitely had, as will always happen when you go to a lower kV motor, they definitely had a nice little increase in throttle resolution. Could I have just motor limited them down? Sure, but technically speaking, to squeeze out every last molecule of performance, this is the right way to do it. You want to try to have a motor that has the exact right kV so that you can run it at 100% throttle. The difference is very subtle, and in my opinion, it is imperceptible. But you know, the math and the science don't lie, and so yeah. I also kind of prefer to do it with motor limiting, because then if you need more power, it's available. But for this type of a rig where I'm trying to like drop this thing down on the carpet and fly it like 3 centimeters off the carpet at all times, I will take every silly little bit of of throttle resolution that I can get, regardless if it's through means that seem like insane, or you know what I mean, like just chasing these little RC drift cars is absurdly difficult, so I will take any advantage that I can get. So yeah, we'll do it the, in air quotes, right way, and drop the kV down. And I mean, 28,500 still makes great power. Like, that's the thing, right? The difference in power between 28,000 and 30,000, 28,500 and 30,000 is pretty small. So yeah, I'm not like giving up a lot. It's just a subtle kind of thing. But like technically speaking, and I'm kind of curious. I'm very tempted to put like a 25,000 kV or like a 26,000 kV motor on here to really get a whole bunch of throttle resolution. But instead of that, I'm just going to play around with throttle limiting these 28,500s, because like basically 28,500 I think is like as low as I would really want to go. And then if I want to go lower, I'm going to do it with scaling. Yeah. Because when you go lower than this kV, then if you need more power, you're never going to have it, right? And so I think this is a sort of a good number to be at. So V2s, yo. We're not going to put them on yet. We're going to do the camera first, but I'm going to get them out just to remind myself that I'm going to be using these. So the new these new WeBleedFPV motors have the little teardrop shaped holes in the bell to save a little bit more weight. And yeah, I guess what I was trying to say a minute ago is that you wanna put a kV on that's still kind of as low as possible. And for an analog cinematic rig, I think 28,500 is as low as I would really want it to be. And that kind of makes it perfect. That makes it the perfect KV. So yeah, there's that. Gore V2. Here we go. Shout out to Zotek from WeBleedFPV for being a massive supporter and hooking me up with these motors and you guys up with a whole bunch of more sets of motors that were in May's first Monday of the month giveaway. There'll be another set of them June in the June giveaway, and there'll probably be another set in July as well. So you guys have plenty of chances to win some of these excellent motors that WeBleed very kindly sent over. All right, so right now I'm ripping off the clumps of E6000 that I had put on here to keep this camera from rotating. One of my main gripes with the fractal frames is the way that the camera mounts is just like this little TPU G-string thing, and it really doesn't allow the camera just does not. The camera will rotate, and when the camera rotates, it really makes it difficult to fly, because all of a sudden, like, you're used to the center of your screen being the quad going straight point, and all of a sudden when the camera rotates, it no longer is, and it's really rough. So yeah, the solution is glue, which is kind of fine, to be honest. Like, again, welcome to FPV. You know, DIY hobbies require DIY fixes sometimes. And this is a good example of that. So let me take a quick look here with the nerd goggles at Super62 says, Ciotti, what camera is that? Super 6, do me a favor. Whenever you type Ciotti, type CiottiFPV, CIOTTI FPV, no space. When you do that, in my chat, it'll light up in orange so that I know that you're talking to me. The camera that's on this rig right now is a newbie drone BI camera. The camera that I'm swapping to is a Tiny Whoop pinch cam, which is a PAL camera. I'm doing a PAL camera because it has more vertical resolution, and I want to use some of the footage on this for vertical Instagram reels. Somebody do me a favor and type into chat, ground forward, voltage left, video right. That's what I need to know. That's what I need to remember about where these pads are. I'm going to put some flux on here. Oh shit, that's way too much. Oh boy. Well, better too much flux than too little. That's fine. And I'll try to do this on the close-up cam for you guys. All right. Here we go. Let's get some thin-tipped tweezers, and I'm going to remove the newbie drone camera first here. Voltage wire first, then ground, then video. You can see the stupid PVC insulation here that newbie drone uses on their camera wires is not wanting to come off. So I actually had to reheat that pad just to get it to release. That was kind of annoying. But now we're good. Thank you, Riot 9. Okay, let me just clean up these pads real quick here. That's the 5-volt pad. That's the video pad. That's the ground pad, okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, T-Motor has them labeled really well. Thank you, T-Motor. All right, so this is the newbie drone BI camera. We can put this aside. And here is our Tiny Whoop pinch cam. I'm going to put the camera here, just so that the wires are, well, yeah, let's see. I'll put it over here on the left. Put the camera on the left here so that the wires are in a good position here. So we're doing ground on the bottom. We'll do that one last. We're doing 5 volt on the left here. And, all right, so there's a little bit too much exposed wire on each one of these. So kind of off camera, I'm going to just shorten these up. The pads are really small. So I'm just going to cut a little tiny bit off here just so that we have the exact right amount of wire for the pad and no extra. The ground actually looks fine. Video wire is a little too long. Okay, that's now perfect. This is just like a little trick. I mean, it's no big deal, but it does help a little bit. All right, cool. And always keep control of the little bits of conductive metal that you're chopping off of these things to make sure that they don't go where they don't belong, because that will ruin your day and your AIO. Christ, AIOs have enough problems. The last thing you want to do is drop solder balls or little pieces of wire into the damn things. Okay, cool. So we're going to just rest the camera here, and then we're going to do 5 volt first. Put this, I'm trying to get this the hell out of the way. Get over there so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hold on. All right, that should be good. All right, cool. So we're going to rest the camera. Damn it, get out of there. God, I hate working on this small shit. Okay. All right. Rest the camera there. My little tiny tweezers here. And we're going to go 5 volt first. So we're going to grab the wire just in the tip of the tweezers. Just the tip, just for a little bit, just to see how it feels. Positive ground. We're going to very carefully get it in place here. Okay. And then nice and quick. Boop. Beautiful. And now we're going to do our video wire. Okay. Ground wire is kind of fighting me, so I'm going to lift it up just to get it out of the way. There we go. Back onto the video wire, grabbing it just with the very tips of the skinny tipped tweezers. Get it in the perfect spot here. Nice and quick. Boop. Away we go. And now we're going to bring the ground wire down. By grabbing it like just barely with the very tips of the fine tipped tweezers, that makes sure that the wire sits flat against the PCB, which just makes it a little bit stronger. And ground pad is always going to take a little bit longer. I got it pretty good on that one, but I'm going to reposition this, and I'm just going to rework it real quick here. I just want it angled inwards a little bit more. There we go. All right, cool. So now, come in here and I just want to get this ground lead flattened out on there. And yeah, I mean the ground lead is still sitting up a little bit. I'm gonna hit the ground lead one more time. Just once more, real quick. I just want this ground lead to be as flat as possible on here. Both of the other ones are perfectly flat. So now I'm actually not even going to grab the wire. I'm just going to cradle the wire up on top so that I can push it down. Which I'm already kind of doing. And there we go. That's the stuff. Now it's sitting perfectly flat. All right, cool. And so there we go. Nice and flat. The ground lead, I should have maybe shortened up the other two. The ground lead has to travel a little bit farther here, so you can see the wires are, yeah, not exactly the right length, but just ignore that. Pretend like they're all the same length. Which way does this camera go? Is this camera upside down, or is it right side up, or what's happening here? Let's throw a battery on this and take a look, because I have absolutely no idea. Well, you know, just in case you were wondering. Kevin Sumner says, "Damn, I hate working on this small shit. CiottiFPV, aka the Micro King, feels like a self-loathing sort of situation." Yeah, yeah, it is indeed. Flush FPV says, "Your eyes are huge." All right, let's see. Throw a battery on this real quick. Fire the camera up and see what direction the camera needs to be. Well, I can just do it on the Stram. Extremities. This will also see if I cross-wired this. Maybe it'll blow up. Blow up! Didn't blow up. Okay, so the wires need to be on top. Yep, wires need to be on top. Cool, I like that. Good. And I didn't bridge any of those pads together because there's not fire shooting out of the AIO. But Erickson says the pinch is right side up with the wires to the top. It is indeed. Okay, so let's put this through. I mean, this should mount exactly like the other one. I think the lens is a little tiny bit longer, but I think we'll be okay. I don't think that I'll need to change anything about the mounting here. So let's just get this going. So you put the little G-string through the front part of the lens, and then you take your little needle nose pliers here, and you got to get the rest of this guy. Actually, I'm going to use these little tweezers here. You got to get the rest of this little G-string down through the bottom there. So once you start to feed it through the bottom, you can flip this over, and then you grab it with your needle nose here. And when you're pulling this through, you don't want to just yank on it. You want to kind of wiggle it back and forth here. And there we go. That'll allow the little tongue part to kind of pop through. And now what I got going on here is that, I guess that other camera is bigger. This is very loose, but luckily there's another little latch on this. So we're going to pull this a little bit more. Oh, shit. So now what I'm running into is the way that the wires exit is right on top of this TPU. So I think I might want to run these wires. Shit. Yeah. This is not great. Well, I mean, realistically, I'm going to need to glue this camera down anyway. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it like this. And it's just going to have to get glued down. That's just what's going to have to happen. Okay, so I am going to pull this through a little bit farther because this is still very, very loose right now. And I got one more. It's an adjustable camera mount, so I got one more spot of adjustment here. And it's still kind of loose, if I'm honest. But that's all the adjustment that I've got. So, yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, I could maybe put it through the front hole here. That would use a little bit more. So let me try that. Let me try to put it through the front hole. This is actually kind of a pain to get this pushed back through here. Let me see if I can get it. These fractal frames are really interesting, but they're fiddly as fuck. What's up, Avix? All right, come on, get in there. Get in there, you bastard. Go. Go through there. Oh, I think I got one. Yeah. Good. I got one. Okay. So I got one of them through. Pulling this a little bit. There it is. And now, I just got to get the second one through. And it's just a matter of like forcing it a little bit to get it started. And then when you pull on it, it's not like, what I don't want to do is stretch the TPU out. Because like I think the TPU already is a little bit stretched out here. There we go. Okay. So now we can grab it from the back and just gently kind of donkey it through here. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to feed it through the hole that's one notch forward, which I think will help tighten this up a little bit. All right, there we go. So now it's going through there, and the camera is now going at a 45-degree angle, trying to escape. Escape. Don't escape. There we go. Okay, it's through, and now we're going to grab it and pull it. Rotate the camera back straight again. All right, there we go. So there's one notch through. Let's pull the second notch through. And there we go. Now the problem, when I was wondering about using this front piece, is I think now it wants more up tilt, and I do not want that. I actually want less up tilt. I want this to be as close to 0-degree up tilt as possible, because I'm trying to do all the backwards shenanigans with this thing. But it is holding the camera a lot more steady, although it's still very wobbly. I mean, look at how much movement there is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is going to have to get glued, so I'm going to get it like as straight as I can get it and then glue it down. Ethic says your ganglia is F. I am indeed. I am indeed. Okay. Well. Yeah. I think that's okay. I think that's all right. Once it's glued, once the ducts are on and then it's glued down, I think it'll be fine. I hope. I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, so that's to be honest, I wish I'd moved the whole thing back a little bit. That would have been better. Move the front piece, but it's really hard to get the front piece out. Man, it's really not holding this camera straight though. It's not only like it's holding the camera twisted and at a bit of an angle. Like this is what's up, nerds here. This is kind of my main complaint with the fractal frames, is just the way that this camera is held on here is just, it's just ultra janky. I mean, it's, I don't know how else you would do it while keeping the ducts out of view. But yeah, I don't know. Low Dash with a $10 super chat. He says, your Bluejay videos saved me hours, I'm sure. Had 3 rigs flashed to 0.19. Didn't get to fly them for weeks, then forgot, flew over the weekend, and the desyncs were unreal. had no idea what was wrong. Nice, Low Dash. Thank you for the donation, and I'm glad to have helped you. The Bluejay shit is a little weird right now, man. It's I can't believe how many rigs, like 0.17, 8, and 9 have been out for a long time, and I don't know how the hell. I'm apparently like one of the first people that's figured this out. I meant to get it into Joshua's news, but I just ran out of time the other day, so hopefully it'll be on next week's news. Because yeah, I mean, desyncs like that can very easily lose you an entire rig, and that sucks a big bag of dicks. So yeah, kind of wild. I don't understand how we're just now figuring this out. I really don't. Although yes, I do. I mean, we kind of talked about that, right? Like, we've been blaming hardware. Like, ESC desyncs are not uncommon, and they're typically a hardware thing, and we've seen the quality of our hardware go to hell since COVID. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that we would just like blame the hardware. Hopefully like, this is why you don't throw shit away, right? Because like, hopefully not too many people have had BLHeli-S ESCs that have been doing this that they've thrown away because they couldn't figure it out, and it appears to be a hardware problem. I was on the brink of throwing one or two away that I think were affected by this. So yeah, kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do is pop this thing out. Oh, here's the thing. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to swap this out. I think I have another one of these that's not like all stretched out. I think this one got kind of stretched out from putting it over the the HD0 camera. C-Max says, has anybody reported it to the Bluejay Discord? Yes, they do know about it. Brandon's Baked Beans was the original one that told me about it. He said he'd seen a couple of people. Although if one of you guys wants to post the link to the live stream over there, that would be pretty cool. I did not do that. And quite honestly, I don't care to do that myself. I would maybe rather somebody else do that. I don't want to look like an asshole, basically. Come on, nose, stop it. Stop being a jerk. Allergies, I hate you. I'm gonna burn you in a fire. You goddamn jackass! Don't mind me. Blizzard FPV with a 550 Canadian Californian super chat. He says, what's up, prop nuts? Oh, that was too quiet.
In the world.
There it is! What's this? This is a random little baggie of hardware. Okay, putting some of these other 65 ducts away real quick. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm going to put that in there as well. Alright, so here's a fresh one that's not all stretched out. And I'm going to put it where the sun don't shine. No, I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to put it up through the middle hole this time. And then we're going to come down through the back hole. That's how I like it. So apparently that dude, whose name, who the beginning of which his name I accidentally said the other night, who sent me the email, bitching and moaning about me cursing. Apparently he emailed Joshua Bardwell as well. Joshua told me on our call today. He's like, some guy emailed me about you, and I was like, oh, is it so and so? He's like, yeah. How'd you know? I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure he sent me the exact same email. He's like, oh. I was like, yeah. I replied back with, what do you do for a living? And I could see Joshua's face. He was like intrigued. And I told the rest of the story. Joshua thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know, man. Don't fuck with me. Leave me alone. Everybody just mind your goddamn business. Don't tell anybody else how to do their job. If you don't like something, don't watch it. You are not allowed to change someone else's thing for you. Like, things are out there. If you like them, awesome. If you don't like them, move on. Move on. If that person wants advice or feedback, they will ask for it. All right, so let's now feed this down and through. And there we go. Okay. Get this camera rotated back correctly here. And now we are going to pull this through. Okay, so we got one little notch through. Now, this should get, I think this should get tighter. Let's find out. I got one notch through. I think there are 4 notches total. On that other one, on that other piece of TPU I was just using, I had clipped a couple of the notches off already. So this is 2 notches through. Here comes the 3rd notch. This was the first notch on that other one that I had. CiottiFPV says, I can't believe I've been flying PH-style batteries for this long. Just back-to-back comparisons between PH and BT, and just wow. I should have listened sooner. Yeah, man, it is just outrageous, the difference between PH 2.0 and BT 2.0. It's really like, there's just no way to put it into words. You just have to do it for yourself. It's incredible. All right, so I'm actually going to pull this through to the last little notch here. It really needs it. This tiny whoop pinch cam must be like on the smaller side, and there we go. Okay, so that's on the last notch, and oh yeah, that is much better. That is much better. It's still, the camera still wants to rotate in the mount, which hopefully I can take care of with some glue, but this is much better. And now, because of the way the battery mounts, I now cut this little guy flush with the last of the little holes here. So, actually, I'm gonna cut it up here. I'm gonna cut it even on this one, just like I did with the other one, but this one is not too short already. Oh, much better. Yes. Okay, great. Nice low up tilt, and it's not going into extra up tilt because I moved it back on the little notches, and it's touching the top mount here. So this is actually really nice. With a little bit of glue to keep this camera from rotating to the side like it wants to do, this is going to be perfect. I know I'm taking a lot of time to do this, but the camera mounting being like kind of the weak point of this frame, take the extra time. Take the extra time to figure this out, how to get the camera mounted up absolutely perfect, or you're going to be annoyed. So, all right, cool. Now we can get these awesome purple ducts on here and slam this thing back together, and away we will be going. So these ducts are like left to right sided in a way, so just pay really close attention. What I like to do is hide all of this ugliness from where I cut it out. So I put that towards the inside. And yeah, 2 of the ducts will have it like sort of in one location, and 2 ducts will have it in the other location. So just pay attention. So like, for example, that one looks good, but not great. I think there might be another one that fits better here. Nope. Let's rotate that around. And you just kind of line it up with the holes, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, yeah, so this is, I think this is the right one for this duct. Although let me, just for the sake of argument, take a look at these other guys. It's not a big deal unless you're a complete lunatic like me. Yep, this is the same as that first one. And then so this is the same as the second one. I wonder if Bot got the same email. I talked to Bot about it, and he's like, yo, it's just constant for me, man. It's just absolutely constant. He's like, because I smoke weed, everybody just thinks I'm the biggest delinquent on earth. It's like, yeah, it's just sad, man. People are just fucking in so much pain, and then they can't handle it, so they take it out on other people, and it's really shitty. Really, really, really shitty. I don't know if I was right. Are these maybe the same? Are the meteor ducts? Okay, no, they're not the same. They're not the same. Yeah, I see. No, I was right. Okay. Chill, Winston. Chill. Okay, so this one is going to go on here. Yep. Okay, cool. So that's going to hide. Okay, so motor number 4. We're going to get on here. And okay, let's just watch that immediately fall out. Great. I was hoping for that. There we go. Ethic says, I bet the guy complaining about you cussing is only lurking, doesn't add to the conversation. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Those people tend not to. But I mean, whatever, you know, it's worth a shot, right? Like, if there's a thing that you really want, but you can't have it for some reason, like, I don't know, maybe take a shot and message that person and say, hey, can you completely change everything you do just specifically for me, one person that doesn't even support you on Patreon? You know, why not? Why not go for it? You're going to piss that person off, but what do you care? New We Bleed FPV V2 Gore 0702 28,500 kV motor. Getting put on. Yeah, everybody, I think everybody on Earth at one point or another has been told how to do their job or something that they're good at, told how to do it better by someone that's completely unqualified that doesn't know their ass from their elbow. So, like, I think most people, once you explain that to them, they will understand it, or they'll let their ego get in the way and not admit that they're wrong, which is kind of what happened here. But yeah, I mean that's what it feels like that when you offer unsolicited advice to someone that makes content about how to make their content, that's what it feels like. And I don't think anybody likes that feeling, so don't do it. Don't do it. If somebody wants advice, they'll let you know. It's like walking up to a woman and saying, like, hey, you look fat in that shirt. You know what I mean? Like, what, don't fucking do that. You know? Like, why would you ever do that? Are you out of your mind? You should get punched in the mouth for that kind of thing. Freelo just says, can you drop the BJ 0.16 again, please? the link. Copy. Come on, goddammit. Let me type. Ooh, there you go. It says my theory is that people like that are neurodivergent and just can't cope with anything not exactly how they like it. I'll be compassionate but will not engage. Could be right. Lauren Walters flashed firmware on a Whoop. Now if I tilt the drone forward, the drone on screen tilts left. So, Nani says pin that link. It's in that other video. I gotta put it in the, it's pinned. I gotta put it in the description of that other video. Lauren Walters, this is not me picking on you, okay? I'm gonna preface it with that. This is not me picking on you at all. This is something that Joshua was talking about the other day, and iFlight actually just posted about. Let's if you're gonna like have a reason to flash your okay. Don't flash stuff unless you have a good reason to, is what I'm trying to say here. And I don't want to sound mean. Yeah. Now that we've got Betaflight 4.3, there's not much, if any, of a reason to have anything else on your rig. So if you get a rig that has Betaflight 4.3 or even 4.2, just fly it. There is very, very, very little performance increase when updating firmware at this point. And the manufacturers of rigs do stuff like custom PID tunes, custom filters, and it's very easy to lose all of that when you when you update the firmware. Your particular problem is more than likely related to is a great example of that. They've probably got the flight controller oriented a little bit differently than what the default Betaflight settings are. So you now need to figure that out. It's in the configuration tab, and there's a bunch of board orientation settings, and you need to fix them. You need to change them, usually 180 degrees at a time, until the on-screen picture of your rig matches what you actually what actually happens when you move it in your hands. But the better solution to that issue for everyone else moving forward is just stop flashing rigs. iFlight is literally removing all of their presets from Betaflight because this is such a common and big problem. Apparently, like, everybody that buys iFlight rigs is immediately flashing them and losing all of the pre-set-up configuration, and then calling iFlight, and they do not have enough man or woman power to field all of these calls and help people one at a time to reconfigure their entire stuff. So reconfigure their entire rigs. Because they've put them onto 4.4. I almost put the wrong one on here. That would have been super annoying. So yeah, that's the real answer is that Betaflight 4.2 and beyond. If you buy a rig that has it on there, just fly it. Just fly the rig. There's going to be little to no difference. The only real difference is, like, if you are a really experienced tuner that uses black box, then you can maybe get a little bit more out of Betaflight 4.3 or 4.4. But the folks that are doing this are not that, because the folks that are doing this, by the fact that they're running into this problem, they don't even know how to set up Betaflight, right? So they're obviously not really talented black box tuners. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Yeah, again, Lauren, absolutely in no way me making an example out of you. I sincerely hope that you're not taking it as that. This is just a perfect example of something that's happening to lots of people. It's not just you. It is not just you. This is like something that's going on all over the place right now. And yeah, the manufacturers are pulling their hair out over it. Yeah. Betaflight 4.2 to 4.3, there is a tiny little bit of a difference. 4.3 to 4.4, absolutely no reason whatsoever for 99% of people to make that change. You're just making a bunch of extra work for yourself, and yeah, you'd be way better off spending that time flying, getting better at flying, than screwing around in Betaflight. Yo, I'm struggling with my nose. Ooh, god damn. Oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It is 8. What? It is 8:15. Okay, I got one side of this done. I'm gonna finish this on my time. I'm gonna fly a couple of batteries and then we're gonna shut this stream down. All right, look at that. That's what it'll look like, but with those on both sides. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna grab this rig and I'm gonna grab this rig, and we're gonna do a little bit of flying here, friends. A bunch of batteries that need to be burned down, and let's burn them down together. What do you say? I got some goggles. I need a transmitter. Yeah. It's fucking moaning hours, apparently. Wah. My nose is runny. Wah. My nose is stuffy. Wah. All right. Old beat-up batteries first, and then fresh batteries. Well, no. Let's just run down the fresh batteries. The old beat-up batteries can go to hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fresh batteries. Here we go. We're going to go from lowest kV to highest kV. This is... these are Tiny Whoop 0702 30,000s, and I'm not going to show it to you, but I guess I'll just say, now that the word is out that it exists, this is in the new newbie drone frame. So let me do this too. Let me whip out the scale real quick. So these three builds are pretty similar. They're not identical, but they're pretty similar. And I'm going to give you a couple of weights. So this is the one that I'm going to fly right now. It is 20.3 grams all up. I'm not going to tell you what the components are. I'm just going to give it to you raw. I don't know what that means. The most powerful rig that I'm going to fly is 19.1 grams. And then the ghostly rig that we worked on is 19.5. So you can already kind of see that it's definitely not the lightest frame, and I think it, but it is configurable. There is something about the frame that can be changed. Yeah, I have that on, I'm doing that on purpose, Frank, because I don't want you to see this prototype frame. All right, and here we go. McMucus says, what advantage, if any, is there by flashing ELRS 2.5 over 2.0 on an SPI Whoop receiver? What about 3.0? Thanks for the fun stream. I don't know much about ELRS, to be honest, Mick. I'm sure there are little tiny differences here and there, but I think they're mainly just quality of life stuff. I'm perfectly happy with ELRS 2.0. I've tried 2.5 and 3.0, and I don't know. There's not anything that made any significant difference to me. Okay. 702 30,000s. Here we go. Oh god, I hit myself in the side of the head! That was fun. Ah! Oh no! Here we go. Alright, calm down. Everybody relax. Oh god! Hang on. Oh, that crash prevention though. Look at it working. Alright, we gotta get our new move going. Oh god, what is happening? Alright, this is bad. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Come on, come on. Get it together. FPV lighted cube gate. Look at that thing. It's in demo mode, so every time I fly towards it, it's going to give you a different crazy mode that it can do. Alright, here we go. Oh! Yo, that's a different variation on that. And I kind of like it. Please. 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 No. Ah! Oh! Here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, I got a little confused in the air. I didn't know what I wanted to do about that. Come on, I gotta get this. Nope, not high enough. Come on. Oh, almost. I remember I gotta do it earlier. I gotta do the little flick earlier. Oh, so close. Oh, I didn't go through the gate on the first one. I tried to cheat it a little bit. Ah! So close! Oh my god! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ah, farts. Ugh, I hit the other gates. No, no! 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 I wasn't even close on that one. Didn't get the elevation. Oh! Come on now. Let's get it. Oh my god, that was the closest yet. Ah, oh, damn you. Nope, didn't get enough elevation, and the battery's dead. A whole battery to try that move, and I didn't get it once. Interesting. It's a tough move. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a difficult maneuver. Justin Waller says, can I get some power loop tips for inside? Yeah, for sure, Justin. I'll actually walk you through it. Because this move is based in power loops. The biggest advice, I mean, for power loops inside and outside, is to ramp in the throttle. The problem that most people have, that I try to fix with them on my Fiverr one-on-one sessions, is that they get into the throttle too early. You want to really ramp up the throttle. On the right side of the screen, I'll turn on my OSD. We'll fly the same rig. On the right side of the screen, you're going to see my throttle value as a number. And I want you to watch how it ramps up. I don't just hammer the throttle. I slowly ramp the throttle in. And I'll explain why in a minute. But see off there on the right, that little 0? That's my throttle. And now I'm moving up and down. There's 100% throttle. There's back to 0. Watch that number as I do this power loop. And like out of the corner of your eye, you'll see me doing the power loop. But watch that number. Watch how it gradually goes up. And you see how at the last second, it blasts to 100? So that's because you want to generate a bunch of rearward momentum. As you're ramping it in, all you're doing is gaining altitude. So if you just come in here and just hammer it, right? You're just going to go straight up. Right? So if you just come in, you just blast it. I mean, I got away with it because I pitched it back too far. But yeah, a lot of times if you increase the throttle too early, it'll be like that, and you won't throw the thing back far enough. Whereas if you ramp it in, you can throw it like halfway across the room. Look how much farther back I am, right? Ramp it in, and you can throw it all the way back to that gem fan gate. That's the problem that most people have with power loops. The other thing is, you want to be looking straight up. By the time you go to full throttle, you want to be looking straight up. So ready? Full throttle when it's all ceiling. When I see full ceiling, that's when I go full throttle. I'll do it over here with this Weebleed gate. Ready? You wait, full throttle. As soon as you see all ceiling, that's when you're going to go full throttle. And if you just hold your tiny whoop in your hand and pretend like you're doing the power loop, you'll see why. It has to do with the camera up tilt. But I'm trying to get this double power loop move, so hold on. Fuck! Those are the things that most people do wrong. You know, when I have the flight sim training sessions, I can watch a stick overlay. Oh, there it is! There it fucking... What was that? Did it just lose a propeller? Yeah, it did. It held on just long enough to get that move done. Shit. Yeah, so when that's why I do those flight training sessions in the simulator, because I can just stare at your stick overlay and I can tell exactly what you're doing wrong. But more often than not, yeah, that's the problem with power loops, is you're not gradually getting into the throttle. You're just blasting the throttle too early. And the way that you'll know that is if you don't get thrown back far enough. If you end your power loop like straight up in the air, that's a surefire sign that you've picked up too much throttle too early. You want to add throttle when you start to pitch back because you need to get enough you need to get some elevation. But yeah, most people add too much too early. And yeah, if you hold the tiny whoop in your hands, you can kind of figure that out, right? You enter the move like this with the camera facing forward and all of your thrust is going up and forward. You start to pitch back. Once you get to this point, now is when you want to start to increase the throttle. You don't want to increase the throttle here because it's going to force you in. You want to be going backwards. So you wait. Now you start to increase throttle, and then you gradually increase it so that it pushes you up. And then as you add more, it kills that forward momentum, right? You're coming with all this momentum, so you can't do anything about that momentum. Can't do anything. Now you can start doing something about that momentum. So you gradually raise the throttle. Well, as you continue to pitch back, you want more and more throttle. As you get it to the point where it's here, look at your camera. It's looking pretty much straight up at the ceiling. Now you want to be full throttle to kill the rest of that forward momentum and send yourself backwards. This thing is getting hot and pissed. Just like my ex-wife. Minus the hot. Hey-oh! Fucking betray me, will ya? Here we go! Fuck. Oh! No! Oh! No! Oh, I know why I couldn't do it, because the gate was off center. That's totally the reason why. one of the little gate clips came off. That's why I was having a hard time. That's definitely it. Ha 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 ha! Blast the throttle. Stab the throttle like Skeiichi Tsuchiya. Stab it. Move that throttle up and down. Move it, move it, move it. Keep it moving. Keep that throttle moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Make your quad look like it's having a seizure at all times. Oh god, the battery's gonna explode. Man, flies quads. Alright, so those are the 30,000s. Now we're gonna move on to the 32,000s. And you guys might see a difference. You might not. But you might. Just freshly repaired 32,000 kV rig. This is the ultimate freestyle tiny whoop, the standard build, the regular build, the Mac Daddy of them all, with a regular old Runcam Nano 4. Here we go! Hold on, we're gonna really get into it. We're gonna fucking just... Yeah, it's on. Here we go. Come on, you jerk! Play! What is happening? Play! What the Epidemic sound. What the hell's going... What's... Why? What are you doing? What the hell, dude? What... The website's, like, broken. Okay, that sucks a big donkey. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. I had to double-click it? Oh, that's really weird. I'm having to double-click everything. Strange. Come on, fuckface, what are you doing? This is a good one. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Come on now. Oh, no. That motor's just twitching. Did I not get that fixed properly? Oh, man, you know... Come on now. What the hell, dude? I mean... Those solder joints are definitely not touching one another. What the shit, yo? What the hell, man? Why you gotta... What? Oh, man. Man, this rig has been a real shit show lately. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. That's super annoying. I know that. Fuck! Come on! Yeah, that motor is all the way shit the bed. This won't help, but we'll do it anyway. What the fuck? What the hell? doesn't make any sense. Like, the motor was completely fine. It just had the lead come off. What the shit, man? Oh god, FPV is the fucking worst sometimes. Alright, well. This rig remains unflyable. I don't... fuck you. Alright. We'll go to big power rig. There we go. Okay. Oh no! How dare you? Oh Christ. I don't want this song. I want this song. There we go. Oh! Missed it. Let's get it again. Come on. Oh! Forced it in there! Like a good man should. How did I get on the coffee table? That was kind of cool. Big power loop! Oh, nope. Hey! Ah! Come on. I'm not feeling the flow. Or doing the bull dance. Damn it. Ugh. Stop it. Oh! Oh god! I hit myself in the head twice tonight. Ah! Woo! Shit! Ah! Man, I'm all kinds of off. Nope! Please be cool. Where's that gate? This thing is really... Stop! This thing is super low up tilt right now. I think that might be messing with me a little. I love just letting it sit zero throttle like forever. Ah, this mouth breathing song keeps coming on. Get it out of here. Oh! I think the allergies are affecting my brain. Oh, that was close. Nope. Rejected. How did I eat this entire battery already? I didn't do anything. Jesus. Not my best tonight. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that the ghostly rig is not working. Like, god damn it. What the hell? That rig's been down for like a month now. It's just like one thing after the next. Starting to get really annoyed. Now this thing's got fucking all kinds of hairs up in here. Come on. Get out of there, hair. Oh my god, where did all this hair come from? Is this a fresh battery or just put the same battery on it? It's a fresh battery. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can get a little bit into this. Ooh. Oh! Oh, that was almost cool. Ah! Oh! Got that newbie drone dive gate. Uh-oh, we got a perch going. Nope, no perch. Stop it! Leave me alone! In there. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Okay, we're getting it. We're getting into it. Ah! Tried to force it. Ah! Come on, come on, come on! Come on! Music's building up. I want to build with it. Here comes a big trick. Here we go. Oh! Almost. Oh, God, I am having a bad night of flying. Oh! Oh, God! Oh, boy! Uh-oh. Where is it? It's somewhere it shouldn't be, that's for sure. Oh! Ah! Nah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh! Yeah. Oh, shitters. Oh, it fell right into that Weebly gate. Very cool. Oh, that was a big, weird wall ride attempt. Ah, nah, Duke is up there. Let me not stress him out anymore than he already is. Oh, fart. Yikes. Yo, I'm just hitting all the gates. Oh! There's one. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, come on. Fuck. Ah, get out of there. Ah! Get low. Oh, the lowest of the low. Oh, God. Oh! Missed me. Missed myself. One more battery in this rig. Thanks for hanging, Super 6. Last battery. Motor's filled with hair. Absolutely chock full of hair. Fuck you. God damn it. Oh my god, why? Ooh. Ooh. Oh! 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 No! No! No, come off. There we go. Oh, almost cleared that gap. Ah! Uh-oh. Look at that weed bleed gate banging away with them LEDs. Oh, you bastard. Let me out. Ah, oh, so close. Oh, come on now. Come on now. You know you love that. Oh! Oh my god, can I do that double? Can I double that? No. Fuck. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. No, no. No, no, no. No. Yes. Fuck. Can it be doubled? No. Can it be doubled? Oh! Almost. Getting there. Oh man, that's gonna be hard, man. That's way harder than the Mega Power Loop. No, 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 I did not need to disarm there. Come on, the music is building. Get right side up, you piece of shit. Ah, you fuck, you made me miss it. Damn you. No! Ah, oh, fuck! I was in it. No! Whoop! Ah! Ah, jerk. That's what I got for you. That's all I got for you. I got one more for you. I got one more for you. We're getting into it a little bit. Beat up battery. Here we go. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Come on. Oh! Get you some, motherfuckers! Oh, shit! Ah, really? What a dick in the face. Ah, I tried to get in there backwards. Oh, really? That one felt personal. No! No! Come on. Come on! Oh, boy. I lost it. I lost it. I had it for like a split second. Oh! Stop it. Let me arm. Ah! Oh, fuck. Yeah, I lost it. I had it for a minute there, though. We were in it. Great. Ah! Now I can't do anything. Oh! Oh. Stop it. Come on, please. Please be cool. No, that's not very cool. Oh, now I'm just like, yeah, that's a hot mess now. Oh boy, that was a dumb idea. Everything lightweight just, really? Yeah. Woo! No! Okay. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me right now? No! Oh my god. Ah, I'm just like nipping everything. Fuck you. I can feel stuff being blown off the desk into my crotchal region. Oh yeah, I blew everything away on the desk. That was stupid. All right, guys, thanks for hanging. Jesus Christ, that was chaotic. I think I was flying a little bit harder than I normally do, which makes it like more difficult. The timing kind of changes a little bit. That was fun though. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. There's your daily lesson. Listen to Bill Murray. He knows what's up. All right, people. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna bash my head into this fucking ghostly build and see what the hell. Oh my god, what the hell? I can't believe I'm gonna have to rip it apart again. God damn you. And I'm gonna finish up this build for tomorrow night, but do that by myself. Thanks for hanging. Here comes some random flying. Oh man, I just blew there's just everything is everywhere. Oh, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. There's just stuff everywhere. The little nice neat piles of stuff that I had have now been blown to smithereens. That was stupid. All right, guys, be good. Bye! Trying to get anything to work here. Come on. Come on. Go, go, go. Oh. 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 Later, guys. Ah, shit, hold on. Later, guys.
諦めんなよ